Happy Pal-entine Day is the second segment of the 23rd episode of the third season of Mickey Mouse Funhouse, and as always there will be spoilers from now as I discuss what happens and share some thoughts. I like to watch these to see how educational they are. This one's maybe not the most educational in terms of teaching numbers or teaching to count. In fact, there was a missed opportunity for learning about colours, but it's still very sweet and I still think that it has a lot to offer. They're celebrating Pal-entine's Day, where they celebrate each other, celebrate their friendship. So they go to Crayon World to make pictures that they can play in. Crayon World is a delightful space where the walls are all white and they can draw things and these things come to life. And it's such a bright animation. The animation is so stunning. It is so gorgeous. And they're drawing trees and airplanes and an adorable gopher. And then Goofy asks which colour he should use. And he holds up a red and a yellow. And at no point does he name the colours. That was a huge missed opportunity. All he had to say was, which colour should I use? The red or the yellow? Lifting each one up accordingly. And he didn't name them. So that was a bit strange because that was a clear opportunity for education and it was a bit bizarre. But other than that, there were no real issues. And there's also a really good prompt as well. As I feel like not just for young children, for anybody who's creative, sometimes you want to be creative, but you don't know what to do. So Daisy very clearly explains the prompt when she says, what can I draw that shows how I feel about my friends? It's a brilliant prompt. It's telling the viewer that if they want to be creative, maybe they could draw something that represents their friends or their friendship. I thought that was really, really great to include. And then we see them drawing more things and the animation styles all look really good together. And then the gopher comes to life and causes absolute chaos. And it's really good fun. And it's a nice little story. And then they ultimately end up exchanging their cards once the chaos has calmed down, and Minnie gives us the core message. As Minnie says, and I quote, "It's not about how fancy the card is, it's about how real and precious our friendships are." And that's so beautiful. There are two important messages there. One, you don't need to give somebody a fancy card or a fancy gift to show that you appreciate them. And two, friendship can be really wonderful and really precious. So I think it delivered some really strong messages. And I love the idea of Pal-entine's Day. And I don't know why, at least in the UK, we don't have a day to celebrate friendship. I feel like commercially they're missing out on a trick there. I think that's a great thing. I know some people celebrate friendship on Valentine's Day if they don't have a romantic partner at the time, but I'm surprised there isn't a commercial holiday for celebrating friendship. I think it's a beautiful thing, and the episode itself is lovely. I think there's a lot of positivity here, obviously a lot of celebration, some missed opportunities for learning, but it's still gorgeous, encouraging creativity, giving very clear prompts to help encourage that creativity. And for the most part, it's pretty fabulous. Happy Pal-entine's Day, all things considered, is a pretty strong episode of Mickey Mouse Funhouse.